Hello and welcome back to the Working Rovertime channel. I am Ian and this is my LR3. And I don't know if you've quite seen this yet. I know in one of my videos dropped it on a jack stand and then just kind of left it because I needed the floor jack. So the goal is today, I've probably got about 2.5 hours of sunlight left. So this is getting a coil swap conversion. The coil's over there. And hopefully get this thing back on its feet. Right now it's got blown air suspension. It's probably a compressor, but really I just want something, I just want this thing moving on its own again. So needs a battery, needs coil suspension, and we've got some rusty bolts. So I'm gonna get the Sawzall. I'll see you back later. Okay, here's the situation. So we have every tool in the book, I guess. There's not a lot of room between here and there. This is what I'm working with. My Sawzall is, for the first time ever, too big for a job. And this is, can't even see it really. I'm touching it, but that is the bolt, or the nut that is stripped. So somehow work some magic with this. But the issue is that our frame rail is right there. So our frame rail sits right on top of this. Access is already really poor. I'm doing everything I can not to just like cut the airbag, in half and work it from the bottom up. But it is just really tricky. So not a ton of access, a lot of corrosion, of course. Got this nut off, and I've got 11 more to go, so I need to find a good system for this, especially for the front two shocks, and then maybe if I've still got some daylight we'll move to the back shocks. There's more. There's so many of them. What I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to take off the fender liner, get some more access. We've done it. We've cut it off. 10 more. I wish I could describe what I just went through up top. I might try and pop the tie rod so I can rack this out and do all that good stuff that is just part of the game. She is a 19mm. See, that wasn't bad. If only that's how everything was. Ooh, hot. Alright, let's give it a thwack. you may notice it's nighttime. We got the old shock out, we got the new shock in. I'm gonna bolt this up and then call it a night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow for the rest of it. Good morning and welcome back. It is a new day. Last I saw you was Thursday. It's now Saturday. We're like 6 hours in on this first shock, but shock's out. It's right there. There it is. And then, it was a lot. It was a lot. Way more than I had bargained for. Anyway, that's what we do this for, though, right? So, here you can see we got the coil spring in, or the coilover. Nothing's tightened down. We've got a couple of 15mm bolts up top. We've got the lower shock mount bolt that we've got to torque down. We've got to get the tie rod end tightened back up. Of course, fender liner refitted, fender flare refitted. Then we can get the wheel on, drop this side, and then move on to the other three corners. I'm kind of stuck here at the house today. I say that like it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a very good thing. I am waiting for something to be delivered. Now, one could say it's a part. One could say it's a lot of parts. We'll see. But in the meantime, I gotta make room for it. So we gotta get this LR3 out of here. So I've gone around and I've hopped up into the engine bay to try and install the third nut on the top hat of the shock. You can kind of see my little finger poking out right here. And then suddenly you hear the silence of a guy who just dropped his tool into the engine bay and has realized that he didn't hear it hit the ground. I've dropped my extension and I didn't hear it hit the ground. And those of you who know, well, you know. Spoiler alert, it's still missing. 4 days later. So I went and grabbed a headlamp, and I kind of wish I didn't, because, you know, you always see more than you want to see. So, up here, get you in there. Got a pretty healthy valve cover leak. Apparently, it might be something higher than the valve cover, but I'm pretty confident that it's just a valve cover leak. That's unfortunate. Oh man, no one ever wants to know their vehicle this well. I wonder if those are factory body mounts. It's pretty good looking. Someone's definitely been in here before though, because I've got missing bolts. I've got folded plates and stuff. Our main SERP belt looks like it's seen better days. This thing is just a royal piece.
He doesn't even know.
Alright. Anyway, the hunt continues. Alright, so we took a deep dive into the inner machinations of this, and couldn't find it anywhere, so I can't see it. I'm trying to clean the threads on this taper joint. There we go. My goal is to just take this, slap it up in there, hold it real tight, and sink this down with the impact. So that's kind of the approach we're taking. We got the threads cleaned up, but that's why you see an impact. It's not common for me to whip out power tools I just prefer the old. And look at that, she's on. Good, good, good. All right, so tie rod on, shock mount bolt on. The upper shock, the top hat, is bolted to the bucket. This side is good, minus my missing extension, which I still miss dearly. And if you hear this, come home. We miss you. We love you. Please. Yeah, I tried. Let's get the fender liner on. How do we do this? Is it backwards? It is. It is backwards. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've done it. We've optimized. We have spare parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Non-critical? Brother, what? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like a locating tab on the side. Good morning. They are way too nice to me for no reason, my neighbors. I should be in handcuffs in jail for what I've done to this driveway. Sweet. Let's get the wheel on. And if you haven't experienced the magic that is Land Rover's two-piece socket. Ford does this too. I know a bunch of other big manufacturers do. I don't know if you can see this. It's hairline cracks in this outer plating. These are caps. These are like zinc caps maybe. Some kind of rust deterrent. All it does is trap the moisture. This is what's underneath it. These things heat cycle and swell. So usually what you got to do is you've got to hammer a socket onto here, mush the sides back down, and then maybe if you're lucky you can grip some of the competent metal underneath. But 9 Normally I would replace these. Right now I don't care. I want to get this out of my garage, out of my driveway. What I am doing is I am just, oh, where are you? I'm cracking this along this flange down here, cracking the coating, whatever this outer plate is, and I'm hoping that I can just get something up underneath it, pry this off. To be clear, this is not regular maintenance. This is not normal. You shouldn't have to take the fender flare off to do shocks. You shouldn't have to dissect your lug nuts. That's just joys of owning a Land Rover. It's all rust. That's cost. All right, all the top shock mount bolts are gone, except for the airline. The getting ready to pull the bottom shock mount bolt. I've got the weirdest combination of wrenches and sockets that just don't quite match up. So I've got it. I've done it before. Ain't the most fun, but we'll do it.
This is a bounty hunter.
Here's one more your size.
This is a bounty hunter.
That's a bounties hunter.
That's a bounty hunter one.
What is this one?
A slush hammer.
That's a slush hammer.
This one's more for me.
That one's more for you? Yeah, it is.
Did it say bounty hunter on the box?
I don't think so.
I think it did.
You think it did?
Time for breaking some dirt.
I just need to pull the airline at the top. It's up there. And then we'll have this shock out in no time. Alright, so airline's back there. I got my daughter out here with me, so. Yeah, there she is.
Banana! Banana! Banana!
Alright, that's enough. I actually want to use the old hardware. That stuff was so clean. Okay, I guess we'll use the new hardware. No? Here we go. Got the front left, front right, moved back to the back left, got the wheel off. That was the whole thing. You could see all the remnants of every sock or every lug that I had to tear apart while it was on the car. Took a sledgehammer to the wheel to knock it off. It was so fixed on there, only to find the most abhorrent amount of rust I've ever seen. I mean, they don't look bad, but they are super seized. I don't know what to do. I always know what to do, and I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll try and get a Sawzall in there. Nick this one off at least. It's just, there's a very, very, very slim chance that these are coming off with anything but a, I don't know, maybe I can get a torch in there. I was afraid of cooking the wiring harness in the front, but at this point, this vehicle's like 95% scrap value. And, you know, every moment I wait, the scrap value decreases as it's done by weight. So I had to take a minute to go rant on Instagram. It's kind of beside myself. I'll fill you in. So, if you don't know, my Instagram handle is working_rovertime. I went out there to ask the people. The people know better than me, typically. But with the amount of rust that I found, I was like pretty beside myself. I'm fortunate enough to work on mostly rust-free cars. So people do this every day and they don't complain about it, so why should I? I think the plan right now is to suck it up. I'm going to get another control arm here, probably another control arm on the other side. I'm going to go through the underside and take a good long look at anything that I deem, you know, irreparable or, you know, in critical condition. Now, taking a second to catch you up, I did take some time to recenter myself, and my center is, you know, what have I done? What have I done? How ironic that my last video, I don't know if I mentioned this, how ironic that my last video was about rust remediation, and then I come out here and let rust beat me. Look who just rolled in. Oh, she's lovely. Slick tri-spokes on street tires. Got a 3.9 ready to whoop. Got some nice stickers. I think these are new. A lot of new stickers. So this was the delivery that I was kind of waiting around all day Saturday for. I know it doesn't look like a lot. It looks like a fire victim. It looks really, really bad. But this is the exact kind of vehicle that I was looking for. This is a vehicle where there's no interior that I need to mess with. You know, if I need something, I just walk up to it and pull it out. There's no messing around trying to like gain access to stuff. So this is perfect. I've got an entire drivetrain with 70,000 miles on it, ready to go. Do I? No. No way. Oh my god. I do. I got a tow harness. So this is where I'm wrapping up this week's episode. I've reached a crossroads with the LR3. I don't quite know what path to take. I've never let something beat me before mechanically. I would hate to see rust be the first thing, but at the same time, the sooner I get rid of that LR3, the sooner I can get going on this drivetrain swap on the two-door. So I'm super excited for that. There's a lot of stuff that I really want to do. I've got plans for it all. So tune in next week to see what I decide.